Hello and welcome once again to Crazy Comics and Stories. It's me, your charming and delightful old Uncle Rat Bastard. And at the other end of the series of tubes and wires, a man who is probably jumping through trees and spreading disease, Joe, Crazy Rider.
Come here, baby. I want to pat you down. That's something interesting, though. If I find out I do have COVID, now isn't that a segue to get people to listen to the next episode?
Why, yes, it is. Well, we might find out next week if Joe has COVID, and if he does, he probably gave it to me.
Oh, yeah. Not Butch. Butch is a tough son of a bitch, but Cory, no.
I'm a weakling.
It was
the reason why
a dry cough that day, and as we talked before, Lisa did bow out. She didn't have COVID symptoms, but she does travel about, and you don't know who you get exposed to from. And the weird thing about it, too, is I haven't been to work in like a month. Because remember, I had 2 weeks of training, and then I was on vacation a week. And so, yeah, we'll see what's going on. But that didn't stop us from Black Friday, because we hit the big guys. We hit the Source Comics and Games, ran into Kelly, did a little gossiping on the con. We hit 2 half-price bookstores. We wanted to hit more, but that was the best we could do. Dreamhaven Books, Comic College, Time Bomb, a new spot, Wizard Wax, which is 3003 36th Avenue South, right next to Time Bomb and Nostalgia Zone. We had Cedar Cliff, we had Mind's Eye, and then finished up at Nerding Out in Inver Grove Heights. And we give honorable mention to Heroic Games because we drove by and Paul was busy passing out goodies. If you order something online and you pick them up, he's giving away gift cards to various businesses up and down their area. And of course, Nostalgia Zone, which was closed due to COVID. But without going to Nostalgia Zone, we wouldn't have discovered Wizard Wax. So that was quite a bit.
And we had Bunkhouse Butch.
Bunkhouse Butch
with us the whole time. And we brought the recorder. So we have all sorts of comic talk that we did, as well as talk about the Beatles and Saturday morning TV and
swearing at drivers.
All sorts of other things. And here it is right here. For those of you who are new to our On the Road episodes, we stop someplace, go in, come out, hit the record again. So whenever we stop to go in, you're going to hear this sound effect. And now, on with the show.
What's my...
how do I sound? I got a mouth full of wax.
Road trip donut.
You know the best
That's why I always buy the actual donuts to get the flavor of those out of my mouth.
Oh, you guys. See, Chris was all bitter about it, too, because we ended up going to... I always buy the worst donuts possible. Why'd you buy the worst? So that's the point. Why don't you spend a dime more and get Hostess?
The luck breaker.
They're not the worst.
Yeah.
I say I buy them for 2 reasons. First of all, it's a tradition, and second of all, you complain bitterly every time I do it. But it worked. I said the one time we didn't, we ended up getting a flat tire. So see?
Yeah, and well, then you could use the donut as a spare tire.
Exactly. You got all sorts of pluses. I do, and I think, anyways, we were talking Beatles, and I'm trying to think of how it had to be watching Yellow Submarine, like on Saturday afternoon.
Am I supposed to open this for you?
That's quality.
I got it.
So you guys can have some. I'm not eating them all.
I think you should. No, I can't have that. It's too high quality. My stomach would blanch.
It would blanch?
Blanch!
It's
to the point, like when I watch Yellow Submarine, I can see exactly where the commercial breaks are. Yep, pause here. It's like 5 minutes of movie, 10 minutes of commercial. 5 minutes of movie, 10 minutes of commercial.
Yeah.
My first...
I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
P was Let It Be. I got it
what?
My first Beatles LP was Let It Be.
Oh, I thought your first P was Let It Be.
No, that's what I did afterwards. Just Let It Be.
If it's mellow? If it's yellow, let it mellow. I can't even get it right.
If I had to pick one song, and it would have to be Got to Get You Into My Life, because it was like the first Beatle 45 I bought.
But now that's a favorite, or that's your theme song?
Oh, theme song?
Oh,
that's Hamster Dance. It has nothing to do with Beatles.
Oh, yeah, but it's got to be the Beatles song.
Octopus's Garden. Let's stick with Ringo.
Yeah, mine's Revolution number 9.
Yours is Paperback Writer.
I would say, yeah, I might go with Northern Song or Hey Bulldog, but I mean, how confusing was that? It's like, oh, you got this song on the album, but it's nowhere in the movie.
You know where the song It's Only a Northern Song came from?
Nobody knows.
Probably Acid.
No, George.
New Zealand?
George was pissed that he was only allowed one song per album. And the publishing company that Lennon McCartney had was Northern Songs. So
it's George's theme song.
So that was George kind of, up yours.
Usually purposely marked the Beatles. Sabotage.
No, Sabotage is in Star Trek movies.
Sabotage.
Now,
That's not Sabotage.
If I
It's
recall
Sabotage.
right, the way their sale works is if you bring a can of food, you get a coupon for 10% off.
Oh, good gravy.
And then they have all that clearance stuff in the back, although it's probably not going to be like last year, because Kelly said that was like a once-in-a-lifetime sale. They were just blowing out old shit because they want to concentrate on, now that they have a what do you call it?
Pandemic?
They can actually track individual issues and everything. So they can do that now with the graphic novels. You know, what sells, what doesn't sell. If it doesn't sell, get rid of it.
So where are we going? What's the plan?
Well, Cory wants to go to the source. He thinks we're going to strike gold 2 years in a row.
Yeah, you remember, Cory, that was 9 o'clock at night last time.
Yeah,
and I don't think
I'm in no hurry to get there.
I
just want to hit some half-price books.
Oh shit! There's one behind us we gotta hit.
There's one in front of us we can hit.
That one behind us doesn't have comic books for some reason.
They've got them.
Well, then screw them.
No, last couple of times I've been there, compared to the other ones where they have.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it's a reduced quantity or something.
They do have graphic
got
novels and stuff. So,
oh yeah, they got those too.
That could be like the last place we hit because they're open till 9.
Oi.
So I figure hit the source.
May the source be with you.
I'd like to go to Dreamhaven.
Dreamhaven. College?
I don't know about college.
Yeah, we're so close. And last year they had good stuff.
Yeah, and did Joe score a $1,000 book there?
No, that was at the flea market.
Hundreds of thousands of
wouldn't mind
dollars.
Going to we'll go Steve Brown and maybe hit Issues Needed.
Steve Brown.
And then we can kind of loop around and go to Nerding Out. They stay open late. See how they've changed since the day they opened.
Yeah, they stay open late, huh? Or just today?
I think they do like 10 to 10 or 9 to 9
on their traditional.
Pretty much every day.
Thanksgiving.
Well, they're a gaming store mostly. So they want people to hang out. Although you probably can't hang out there now.
Too.
Hey, what, huh? What'd you say, Mumbly Joe?
The Source's best sale is in 2 weeks when they do their customer appreciation sale. Because then they give coupons for like 20% off, and then if you have the discount card for 10% more.
Do they still have unlimited hot dogs?
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, as if you care.
We had a chain of hot dogs.
It was funny.
Cory doesn't eat them; he just puts them in his pocket.
It would go on and on and on about the hot dogs.
My favorite was when we sent van loads of people over to get hot dogs.
Yeah, you could follow the trail of hot dogs from the source to Hot Comics. People would come in and we'd send them over there. Now remember,
there, get a hot dog.
Free hot dogs at the source.
Yep, we'll be back.
We'd load as many people as we could up and go over there and eat as many as we could.
Oh, that was fun time.
So what did Butch do for Thanksgiving?
I shook things up this year. First of all, I was actually going to go along with the family to the family Thanksgiving, and then that kind of fell apart, and instead of the 40 people that are normally there, only the wife and kid are the only ones that went.
Oh.
And so I got your computer fired up, so I've been ripping CDs onto it.
Oh, okay.
So I ripped about a dozen Accept CDs on there, so you guys, I can get you some copies of the Accept CDs, pirate them to you, because that's legal. And what did I do? I kind of went...
Watched AEW.
Not much, yeah, I didn't... No, I watched that the day before. The night before. I did the kind of did crap around the house type of thing that I try not to do on Thanksgiving. You know, usually the girls leave.
Yeah.
So I make some spaghetti or have a pizza and watch movies. You know, and I didn't do that at all.
On the White Castle.
And this year, well, I don't. I'm not made of money.
It's even walking distance.
And then I made hamburgers.
Oh.
Switch. Yeah, I've never had hamburgers before on Thanksgiving, and I'm sure we'll all pay the price for that today.
Is that a challenge?
Yeah, so I don't know. It was terrible. It was a pandemic Thanksgiving. It just didn't go the way it should have, but it was all right. And what'd you do? Oh, we don't know what you did. You watched the MST 3K.
Yeah, same thing he does every Thanksgiving.
Pretty much, yeah. I didn't go to the candy store. I thought I'd go later this weekend, though.
Yeah, it was really a stupid day for me.
I did like AEW this week, though. You could give me SCU
I always
versus Jericho and Jake Hager. You can give me that every week, and I'm a happy man.
Yes, I'm shaking my head. Yes. Well, we're going to get half of it next week.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I always enjoy that show. In fact, I can flat out don't enjoy the WWE's terrible piped-in sound. I can't even watch it.
Oh.
Crowd noise, piped-in sound.
On
that fake
Botchamania,
crowd.
they showed that it's the crowd sound from the video game.
Oh, my.
Even they point out the woman who yells Cena.
Very good.
And how often you hear it during Raw.
Yeah. It's like a live album. That's always the same crowd, too.
Yeah, well, we got this crowd noise. Let's just use it.
Oh, what a terrible Thanksgiving report that was. Thanks for asking.
And no better than to call the boy, so I sent him a text, and I'll probably get an answer, with, oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving, in about a week or two.
Or maybe by next Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Well, that's just in time.
Chris found a picture of last year's place setting, 20 people, 25 people.
Yeah.
This year, 4.
Yep.
Just the people living in the house. My dad stopped over. My Dana stopped over, which was nice. We just stayed out on the porch, or outside.
Dana.
I gave her a pink rock.
Oh.
When I was up north, I found a pink rock, and it was weird because it was like a part of the beach was gray, and here's this pink rock. So I said, it looked at me and said, "Hey, I want to go see Dana." Okay, but you got to bring me back. That's what I told Dana. I said, you got to bring it back next year.
And now Dana needs to tell everybody.
Otherwise, it's family.
I got a rock.
Oh, rock.
Dana got a rock.
Oh, rock.
Well, we went up north. I actually got to visit a comic shop. They were open.
What do you mean you went up north?
We went up north from Sunday to Wednesday. We had rented a townhome with the idea that everybody would come up, and then of course pandemic hit, and while we didn't cancel, we just had this whole townhome to ourselves, which was great.
Mm-hmm.
And then Chris and I are like, oh yeah, I think I really want to move into a place like this.
Well, yeah, every time you go on vacation, I'm always like, send a truck for our stuff.
Oh.
Never going
Now
home.
Chris is starting to think like I was. I say, we have a place up here. We stay up here in the summer.
And where's up here?
And then anywhere on the North Shore.
Oh, so
and
that's
then,
thereabouts.
And then when the winter comes, we
Run and hide.
Yep, go down south where my folks had their mobile home down in Florida. I'm gonna have to pay my brother and sister off. All right, we made it to the source. Well, we made it to the source, of course. We made it here in quite due course.
This is where things begin to happen.
That is, of course.
I'm going to go in and tell everybody about my Thanksgiving.
Oh, I can't wait.
Burgers.
Hamburgers.
Hamburger.
You know, I just washed my hands.
I can't do the angle. Go ahead, just grab it.
Here.
Hands are wet. I don't want it.
Cory, what'd you get?
Comic shop news. It
All the freebies.
didn't have anything that I was excited about.
I just picked up a bunch of
Free
Virgin covers.
free stuff was a little spendy for me.
A couple of they made you put it back, didn't they? Yeah. Sorry. We did see Kelly.
Sorry, boy.
He was talking, getting ready for the con next year. They set a couple dates, but COVID will be the decider, unfortunately.
It's that way for a lot of conventions.
Yeah.
Co-video?
Yeah. So they're waiting to see, and I think it's things we talked about, whether they do like a bunch of one-day shows to try to get enough money to do the 2 days or whatever.
Charging artists for the first time ever.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it works. Especially if the state has a limit by how many people can come in, and all the artists they used to put 2 a table, now they can only put 1 a table, and
Pandemic.
I don't even know if the what do with the charity booth, picking up crap for the charity booth for a couple of years here.
Get the con.
Usually I'm hitting like the find discount stores. You find that stuff all over, but we'll wait and see. Oh, by the way, if anybody's got any storage area in the Twin Cities the MCBA could use, that's the number one thing, is just storing all their stuff. Yeah, okay, buddy, walk in front of my truck, see how fast you bounce off the bumper.
Frankenstein. Escaped Frankenstein.
Oh,
Frankenstein.
I did see a couple of things that I picked up.
I also ripped it off into my nightmare yesterday.
Oh,
I didn't do the. I don't have that Feed My Frankenstein out. Yes, I do. What album is that? No, nobody wants to know.
I saw it on the Muppet Show.
You, of course, put that CD with your Marvel Premiere number 50.
Oh, I don't think I have that. I may, but I wouldn't. I'm not sure. I wouldn't assure that I have it. What?
Did you see that dog piddling on the mailbox?
What?
Boy, that's damn little respect.
There was a handsome devil in the source.
Hard to tell under all the masks.
It was. But that doesn't stop you from looking.
Nope. I told Kelly, I said, usually I'm looking for your hat. But he lucked out. He said he was running late. He was in a bind. He got way behind. He was willing to make a deal.
Joe needs another thing of turtle wax.
Nobody needs, yeah. I'm like Homer at the hot chili eating contest where he drank the candle to wax his mouth. I still got the wax.
Crab Kalash. What was the other drink they offered that Homer wouldn't drink?
Mountain Dew.
I don't know. I don't remember.
It was Kagalash or Mountain Dew.
That's it. Crab Kalash.
Crab juice.
Like the twins. I'm so hungry, I could eat at Arby's.
It's fine until someone puts a tooth out.
So our first stop was the source.
We stopped at the source, of course.
They're not having a huge sale, not a huge monster sale. Not like last year. Last year was once in a lifetime.
Yeah, they cleared
Either
out.
buy this or we throw it away.
They cleared out all them books.
Well, so is this pandemic.
Buy this or we throw it away?
Yeah, obviously.
I don't think this is going to be once in a lifetime.
I only care about myself.
Because what? Japan had SARS.
Yeah, but this is worldwide. More worser.
Yeah. It's funny, when I first started watching New Japan, it's like, why are they wearing masks? And now I'm like, I'm probably always going to wear a mask when I go out.
Oh yeah, I've said this is great because at our age, for the rest of my life, I can go out into the store wearing a mask and rubber gloves, and people aren't going to think I'm as crazy as they would have before.
Fucking strange.
Yeah. I mean, knock on wood, I haven't gotten sick since this thing started, or any kind of a cold or anything. And that used to be 4 times a year for me.
I know. It's like no con crud, no. Okay, I've got a little cold going on, which is why I'm keeping the mask on. But I think it's cold. It could just be
Coronavirus.
I don't know.
Allergies.
But when I got outside and I took a deep breath, I was like, oh my God, the cold air kind of surprised me because I really haven't been outdoors in a long time.
It's Party City! It's Party City! Let's go have a party!
Oh, city party in town.
Forget Black Comic Day. We're going into Shopper City.
Why has everything got to be black with you?
I didn't name it.
Well, let's remember, Donald Trump did sign a proclamation that it's no longer Black Friday, it's White Friday.
Why is it not Orange Friday? Then it could just be completely his day.
There you go.
Oh,
It's clobbering time. It's clobbering time.
clobbering time.
The absurd,
Yeah.
where every episode is a caper where they're trying to trick Eddie Albert out of his money.
Oh, I love it. And he's, like you said, he's the only sane one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And the schemes get weirder and wilder and stranger but certain characters know at certain times they're in a TV show.
What's amazing with that, all those shows,
I don't know who you are.
is that they didn't when they canceled them. They weren't because they were losing ratings. It was I forget. Cory
It's called the Rural Purge, and what it was, they were doing great in small towns and everything, but in cities nobody was watching, and the audience was over 50. And
Wow.
CBS said, we're number one in the ratings, but nobody wants to buy our ads. So they just flipped. It's like, okay, we're going to do all these new shows.
Yeah. I mean,
And
they
it was
canceled,
stuff like Mary Tyler Moore,
they
MASH,
canceled
All
Beverly
in the
Hillbillies.
Family.
They canceled. I don't know if Petticoat Junction was still going on.
It was canceled.
All
guy-
These
The
Heroes.
real McCoys.
That was
They were
NBC.
They were already gone.
Oh, it was long gone.
That was NBC.
That's why.
But I like how the guy who was the executive producer of most of those shows, like, yeah, CBS canceled anything with a tree in it.
Pretty much. And that's what gave a rise to, like you said, those, and then black urban comedies. Where it was a black family in the middle of a city.
Yeah.
Which, for a lot of white people, was probably the first time they'd ever been exposed to a black family.
Yeah.
So that reversed the rural thing.
Pretty much. And it worked.
Well, and one of the reasons they did all the black comedies was because Flip Wilson, NBC gave him a variety show, and the ratings went insane. It was hugely successful. And they were like, wow, an untapped audience. We need to grab that.
Funny how they didn't get too far with Richard Pryor.
He had a kid show.
I love Richard Pryor. I love the fact that the 7-second
There he
delay
is.
was invented because they were worried about him on Saturday Night Live. Oh,
I don't like any of those shows.
remember Dr. Shrinker?
Of course.
Yeah, we go from Richard Pryor to Dr. Shrinker.
Well, I was talking Sid and Marty Krofft, and you jumped onto the CBS.
Oh yeah, it's a much.
Well, because you were talking about Jim Neighbors being in one. Here's a guy, he's in like the number 2 or 3 rated sitcom at night. And just 3 years later, he's doing a low-budget children's show.
Yeah, a lot of green screen.
Golly! I can't even imagine an actor now. It'd be like the guy who played Sheldon on Big Bang Theory.
I was just gonna say something like
all
that.
of a sudden showing up on Blue's Clues as the new host.
Oh, like
Which could work.
like Jordy from the Next Generation.
Well, he did that before Next
read it.
Generation.
Never mind that.
Never you mind.
Now, what's your read on that, Joe?
What was that?
What's your read on that, Joe?
I didn't.
I don't. I couldn't. I wouldn't. Those old shows are so great because they're so, I don't know how else to describe it, family friendly. I sit and watch a sitcom today with my daughter, and you're just squirming in your seat.
Oh, Oh, yeah.
Everybody's goal is just getting some ass, you know?
Pretty much.
Oh, it's just repulsive to be sitting and watching it with your kid.
My issue with a lot of sitcoms now is they don't write actual jokes. It's okay, here's a funny situation.
Yeah, like real life.
And what
Whereas, you know, you watch something like
Back to
MASH
getting
or
the
Cheers or Frasier.
Oh,
They're well done, they've got a good plot, but they're jokes.
what I hate, and this is what I love about Frasier, I hate idiom where the character gets in an embarrassing situation. You know, where he's like, even Big Bang did it a few times, like where Leonard goes, he knows nothing about sports.
Yeah.
So he learns from Sheldon because, of course, that was his dad's ritual, was making him sit down and watch football. every Sunday.
Yeah.
So Leonard goes over to Penny's, and Penny's surrounded by all her friends who are really into sports, and of course Leonard just can't keep his mouth shut, and he keeps saying the obvious stupid things like, oh, well, that's a first down, which means a moving of the flag, and he gets 5 more things. It's like, how can somebody, you know, to me, it's not realistic, and it's not funny. I don't find, you know, embarrassing things like that funny. And when I watch Frasier, you can see like, oh God, I hope they don't go into that, and they don't. They take a total left turn, which is just so much fun because you weren't expecting it.
I'm not smart enough to see all that. Because I can't find the channel. What channel's Fred Frasier on?
Yeah. Well, it's on all of them. You just
Oh.
looking hard enough.
Oh, how do you do that? I ain't smart enough.
Yeah, that Lost Saucer was bizarre because, I mean, I knew who Rude Buzzy was, and I knew who
Did they ever cross over with the UFO?
they might have. You just never know.
Project Blue Book.
See, in my world, they did.
They will.
But because their ship, it's weird because these two are so hapless, and what they do is that they land and they attract this kid and the babysitter, and then when like the police and firefighters come to check it out, they panic and take off, and now the kids are stuck with these two innate robots.
Oh man!
So what they do is every beginning of every episode they like warp into a new reality. Now they got to figure out what kind of Earth they're on. And some of it was kind of trippy. Like they had one where
When I was a kid, I always found it all like contrived, and now I just love that kind of stuff.
Well, it was, some of them were kind of like, they went into one where you couldn't show your face, and of course naturally they got in trouble right away because they're all showing their face. You know, this is kind of trippy shit for a kid. I mean, nowhere near as bombastic as Land of the Lost, but again, it was just one of those. It lasted 1 year, and then of course when they brought all this shit back on Nick at Night, they never brought that series back for some reason. It's kind of like one of the lost season.
Little, like the Partridge Family 2020 or whatever that was.
You know, there's a good reason why a lot of this shit got canceled.
See, I would like it if, you know, BTV or Antenna TV or places like that did, like, okay, we're going to have stupid Saturday morning. Where it's like Gilligan's Planet.
Oh, no.
Or the Fonz with the cool dog.
Remember Far Out Space Nuts?
Yeah.
And you know the sad part about that? You know why William or Alan Hale wasn't on there?
He was dead.
No.
Oh.
They never asked.
Oh, no.
He said, I'd have done it. I love working with Bob.
Oh, wow.
And it never occurred to these guys to ask him. They figured, oh, Alan
Oh, what?
Hale,
So did Bob Denver come in and pitch a show and say, don't bother asking the skipper?
They basically just hired him because his career was pretty much done after Gilligan's Island. If there was typecasting, he was...
MeTV, starting in a month, is going to have Saturday morning cartoons on.
Oh, good.
Yes, but
They'll
not...
probably be good ones.
Yeah, it's going to be Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry and Fleischer Popeyes and a few things like that. Which is great. Yeah, that's fun stuff, but it's not like when we grew up watching Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah, it was just complete garbage. You know, right in the garbage disposal with that crap.
What was it? Laverne and Shirley in the military? And
Oh my God, nice.
It was a dog.
Nice.
Yeah, that was the whole thing even on the Spider-Man and Friends. You had to have a dog.
Yep, Ms. Lion. Well, I guess we all know that.
Now, for me,
I feel so bad
I used
for
to
Ms.
watch
Lion now.
Emergency
Yeah.
because my dad being a firefighter. And then they
Yeah.
had an emergency, but then there were kids running around
Yes.
in like a truck, and then of course they would call the paramedics in to save him or help him.
I didn't watch that because I was on the other channel watching I Am the Greatest, the Muhammad Ali cartoon.
I remember one episode of that emergency cartoon that still, every so often I'll dream about it and it freaks me out.
Oh,
the
man.
kid said there was a tornado and somehow they were on the ground and the tornado didn't pick them up and they looked up and saw the inside of the tornado. Yeah. Even as a kid, I was like, that, because, tornado, that's the one thing we were scared of in Central Illinois.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, we need to have a nuclear weapons drill. Nobody's going to bomb Smithfield, Illinois, population 250 people.
Tornado.
If they did, getting under my desk isn't going to save me.
You'd be all right.
Really
what's funny?
For that.
I remember that episode, too. Because they look up and it's like, oh, never mind the fact. That's why I don't like watching Twister. Everybody's like, oh, it's a fun movie. Yeah, it's a popcorn movie. But they're like trying to outrun an F5 tornado. No, you're dead. Just sit down and pray to your God.
And if you get stuck in it, just hold on to something. There's no debris.
Yeah, it'll rip you.
Yeah.
And the people they have found in F5 tornadoes, stripped of their clothes and basically pummeled or impaled.
Yeah.
So, no, you don't survive that type of shit.
Well,
but if I take my belt and wrap it around a water pipe, I'll be fine.
I have no problem with movie realities and comic realities and fake physics and stuff. It applies to the
up when Hercules slapped a chain on Manhattan and dragged it back to New York.
Yeah, and I mean that's only slightly more realistic than strapping your belt into a pipe in an F5. Good job, Hercules.
One of my favorite comics as a kid was Marvel 2-in-1 number 10, that Hulk and Black Widow story.
Yeah.
They recently reprinted it as one of the True Believers, and I'm reading it. It's like, oh, it's by Chris Claremont, and I'm reading it. This is the dumbest plot I've ever seen.
What was your favorite when you were a kid?
But I loved it as a kid because it's, the Black Widow's got to fight off all these people while the thing's keeping this nuclear bomb from falling, because if it falls, it'll go off.
Kaboom! As soon as it hits the ground.
Not everything Chris Claremont did was good. He's a nice guy.
Gee, I'll have to take you at your word.
Claremont recently did a thing on Reddit where he'll answer questions for like 3-4 hours. But he would choose what questions to answer. The first he said at the beginning, don't ask me about other people's work on the X-Men because I've never read it. And I won't read it.
He won't read it.
But people would ask him about other stuff, like you ever going to bring back Sovereign 7 or the Spider-Man story? Nope, he only answered X-Men stuff. And I liked his Spider-Man.
Well, only X-Men stuff. That's all he cares about.
Pretty much, yeah.
Interesting.
Well,
so what do you think about that? What's this month, Fabian bringing back the 90s X-Men?
Yeah.
How's he bringing them back?
He's just
doing a special series.
Time tunnel?
Where he's going to tell some untold stories, and Claremont will tell some untold stories. But I like Fabian's writing.
I do too.
I mean, his Juggernaut series is fantastic.
I think
that's right.
I wonder if this is something they planned, or if it's because there's so many people that just won't do anything Hickman touches. Which I think is a shame, because, I mean, to me, he's writing stuff I've never seen, and I'm utterly fascinated by it. But it's also hard to read.
You're not reading all of it.
Pamphlet format, yeah.
Yeah, you can't just have an issue. Yeah.
I think it's also, we've got these guys who are looking for work. Their stuff has sold. We put it in trade paperbacks. It still sells. Give them a job.
Put them to work.
Fabian's work on the X-Men isn't my favorite, but it sold a lot. I still think they should just have a series where Chris Claremont every month does a book. What is it? Whatever he wants. Guy's 70, he's sold bajillions of comics.
Marvel team up.
He's made you $1 billion easily. Yeah, he does whatever he wants.
I didn't bring John Byrne in. He'll just undo everything and start over.
Chris
Yeah,
Clarence.
pretty much.
I'm sorry, but this whole idea of spider biting you is wrong. We're going to rejigger the origin.
And Uncle Ben bought you a computer and not a microscope.
Yeah. Of course, that all happened while Superboy was punching a wall, so we can ignore it.
I like how as soon as it's done, in one of the letters pages, Spider-Man, they're like, you going to bring in any of the changes from Spider-Man Chapter 1? No.
No.
How about Hulk Chapter 1? No.
They had Peter David unwrite that as soon as it came out. They're like, we're no...
All right.
Yeah, it ain't like we just came out of Walmart, I guess.
No. No, we came out of Dreamhaven. What'd you get, Cory? What'd you get?
Just some used books. They had some of those Lost Tales of Tolkien books for $1 each. And I know that it's just, hey, we're going to, his son just kind of grabbed everything that was in the files. And was like, okay, we'll print this.
Dear Grandma, I had a great birthday.
A lot of unprinted stuff, a lot of unfinished stuff. But I haven't read it. And for
Signed
$1
J.R.
each.
Tolkien.
And then he had free books and a big old stack of science fiction magazines from, I don't know, most of them are from...
Digest size. Super cool.
Most of them are from the late 80s, early 90s. And I just grab the pack if they're all free.
The type you put on the crapper and read. If books.
Never last.
I love short stories. And they don't put out a lot of anthologies. So the only place you're going to find science fiction short stories are going to be in those magazines.
I beg to differ. I bet you there's some on the internet.
Probably, but those aren't edited.
Oh, my.
The other thing is the competition's so fierce to get into the science fiction magazines, they're only going to have to pick the best of the best.
I ain't got time to edit these.
I got a copy of Illegal Aliens, a book I read a long time ago that I bought from Greg and have since lost.
And bought again from him.
And then another book that I had a long time ago, a Yellow Submarine hardcover. That's got, I don't know if I don't remember it.
Is it the adaptation that came out?
I don't know, because it's in a hardcover format, and I think it was a novel / picture / whatever.
So it's not the Bill Morrison one.
No. I do have that though.
I love that book.
As well as the Gold Key one, which is hilarious because it's its own stuff. It's like they took the story and just rewrote it.
Do that with Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Why does the Yellow Submarine keep rearing its ugly periscope today?
Because we were talking Beatles earlier. Because we all live in a tomahawk latrine.
Because we're all trying to get our hands on the Let It Be DVD.
Oh. I want to watch
That
Rogue.
will never ever come out.
I want the Rogue DVD.
I thought they released most of it in a Beatles anthology.
I don't remember. I just know that every time they ask Paul McCartney about it, he says, yeah, we're not releasing
He
it.
says, oh, let it be.
And I do remember watching it at Harmar. Had Hard Day's Night, Yellow Submarine, and Let It Be.
Oh, yeah?
Sometime in the 70s.
Let It Be is a hard watch.
I was at Superman.
You like a Superman.
The movie.
You're like,
I forgot Superman the movie. Superman the movie.
We saw him today.
Superman the movie.
No, Superman.
Ah, Son of Superman we saw when we stopped to get Joe's wax donuts routine.
Let me know if a train comes.
All
I
right.
don't think my ass is hanging out, but if it is, I can just pull up.
I think you're in good shape. We're way ahead of it. And I'd be more than willing to test that against a speeding train.
Butch even talked me into a book.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Peer pressure.
I wish it was a movie. Frenzetta.
Yeah, it's not on top, so.
Something's on top.
See, even when I was a kid, I remember there would be short stories in regular magazines.
All right.
We didn't get Armageddon the musical, though.
No, I did not.
Comic College or half price?
Let's try the college.
All right.
They're our friends.
Yeah.
And you have a message to give them from Kelly.
Half price doesn't care about us.
Because if Tim is there.
What is half price in the other direction or something?
Well, it's farther that way, whereas college is behind us.
And which one is that?
One in Ford Parkway.
Ford Park. Oh, yeah.
Highland.
Yep. Yep.
It's one thing I noticed on Mystery Science Theater 3000, some of the older ones. A lot of times after somebody would tell a joke, Tom Servo would go, to the point where I was like, that's really annoying.
You should write them.
Yeah, the stuff you did 30 years ago.
Tom Turbo, stop doing that.
You
I
need
gotta
to
watch
that.
I gotta watch a 605 wrestling after this. TBS. Saturday Night Ringside.
I am reading another book about Nitro. And one thing I like about it is they're going into the Saturday night show and how nobody was paying any attention to it who worked on Nitro, so they could just do whatever they wanted.
Oh, awesome. Goldberg got jobbed out every week on there to the Malky brothers. Right?
Too bad they don't go into like the period when I first started watching, where it's like you'd see all this crazy crap, and then the Ric Flair stuff would come on. You go, okay, this is cool. You know, like Arachnaman or the Juicer or
the Ding Dongs.
Yes.
I really wish the Hunchbacks had made it. They couldn't be pinned. What are you talking about? Couldn't be pinned. I don't get it.
Man, I am just popular today.
Well,
and nobody's leaving a message, so I don't care. Don't leave a message, I ain't talking to you.
Yeah, viewers.
I didn't know you could leave messages. The mailbox is full.
It has not been set up yet.
Yeah, that's it.
Those are the ones that when I have to call people. It's like, okay, you messed up on your benefits, and if you don't call us back within 2 days, your children will be dropped. But we can't say anything, so we just have to say, please give us a call back. And I can't tell you how many times it's, this person's voicemail box has not been set up.
Yeah.
How do you not set it up?
I don't think I ever set mine up. Oh, I don't think mine had to be set up. I mean, we're talking a dozen years ago.
Yeah. You just bought a machine.
You're right.
I'm so old I had an answering machine.
And with a tap in it.
And people tried to make funny messages that went on for too long.
To tap, one of those mini cassettes.
Camelot.
Did the 12th issue come out yet?
No.
How late was
1
Camelot?
year.
I was gonna say
It
6
was
months.
1 year.
Was it a year?
Yes.
I still think it was 6 months. Time to do the research.
And I remember because DC announced it was done in Comic Buyer's Guide, but they didn't say, oh, and it has to be solicited, so it'll be 3 months before it comes into shop.
Yeah.
So the shop I was at, by the time I came in on Friday, it was like, it's not coming out for 3 months. I didn't say anything.
I remember even as a kid going, well, when it comes out, for the rest of my life, I can sit down and read the series, and it doesn't matter when it came out. That's why that was my the catalyst of me deciding how I felt about that sort of thing. And I guess I still feel that way, sort of, pretty much. I don't know. I read books that are 5 years old, 20 years old, 50 years old. What's the difference?
Kind of the same way. I mean, I'll get a mini-series, and then I'll wait till all 4 or 5
right.
issues are
So
out.
if it's
and
a
then
year,
sit
it's
down
a
and
year.
read it. What bugs me is like when I'm still waiting for issue 5 and already they're soliciting for like book 2.
You're
It's like,
bugged.
I don't know if I like book 1 yet.
Yeah.
Or We're you want to get the collected version of this? Yeah, the second issue's not out yet.
Well, so is that a yes?
We got to give a shout out to Heroic Comics and Games because we drive by. He's only doing pickup. Everything's online now.
Well, we're driving a pickup.
So, I know, we drove by, but we had nothing to pick up.
Oh.
But we always give him a shout out when we drive by. Paul likes it. Okay, that was the shout.
And we always drive by.
We do.
We always drive by and we never go in.
All right, this strange pickup keeps driving by.
About twice a
These
year.
people drive by and yell. What up with that? What up with that? Has the last issue of Civil War come out?
No, they're still fighting it.
All right, laying into it.
Aldi! I like going to Aldi because it's like, oh, I spent $50 at Aldi. I got enough food for 3 months.
That's why they give you that giant cart. Twice the size of a regular cart.
And the thing is, those carts only cost $0.25.
Yeah.
Pay your quarter, take them home.
Take it home. Throw it in the trunk. That's so big so you can't fit it. Nope. I'm not taking this. They're not getting my quarter.
So what's Butch been reading?
I read The Three Jokers.
Loved it.
Beautiful. Beautiful looking book.
Oh, yeah.
And I liked it, although I think that my Joker would be the guy who got blasted. Don't you think that was the guy with the series in the 70s?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was him. And last night I read Huck yesterday. Yesterday.
So Taz's kid.
Mark Miller's Huck. Oh, you're thinking of Hack.
Hook.
All right.
Why are you trying to steal our gimmick? We do that. Where I leave stuff at Joe's house and
All right.
a few of his books.
So we are leaving the corner of where are we?
Lake and 36th.
36.
Home of the former Tim Hortons.
Thank God.
Thank God it's the home.
Yeah.
May it rest in peace.
Comic Nostalgia Zone is closed. So we went into Time Bomb, which is a secondhand store. Good toys, good comics. And then around the corner was a new place, only 15 days open, Wizard Wax, Comics and Records. And
Yay!
we spent quite some time in there. A lot of comics, a lot of other fun stuff.
And it keeps Joe's wax theme going for the day.
Oh yeah. Come to think of it, I need a good wax.
Oh, you do.
And whoever's pricing their books knows their stuff.
Yeah. So just another one of those shops that have popped up around town where, secondhand stuff, nothing new. Sorry, Diamond. Oh,
They had two.
Did you see that with a double one?
They had 2 graded and slabbed copies of If the Devil Could Talk.
Which is sad because if there was an unslabbed one, I probably could have asked. I probably would have bought it.
And the guy's literally in there spinning records like a DJ.
Oh
Yeah.
Saw Banana Split 45, which I almost bought. But I've yet to liberate my turntable from my daughter.
And they had the soundtrack to Duck You Sucker, also known as Fistful of Dynamite,
I don't.
one of the lesser-known Sergio Leone westerns.
I think I
But
was
still really good.
I should have looked more at the records.
And he had cassette tapes for people doing mixtapes.
And then I could go home and he had
Which is
blank
cool.
blank cassettes.
If you need blanks, I got a bunch.
Do you?
Yeah, I'll give them to you.
And well, yeah. Then I can go home and I can I can
You can make
I can
us
rip I can rip those onto Cory's computer.
Yeah, and you can make us mixtapes.
Yeah, make some mix.
So let's see.
I could pass out mixtapes for Halloween. I have so many.
Butch bought something. What'd you buy?
I did. I got in the Time Bomb. I picked up a copy of Marvel Superheroes featuring the Hulk number 56, which was one of my earlier books.
What does it reprint?
It reprints the Hulk, Incredible Hulk number 102. So it was with the first issue that the Hulk got his own. Yeah, went back to his own series, which I had no clue about as a kid. I just somehow came across that book and had it early. And mine is shredded, and I do not remember it being in any condition but shredded, even as far back as my early days of reading it. So
That was back when we'd read our comics till they fell apart.
Yeah, somehow. Do I need it? Will I go home and find out I have a
Cherry Knit.
another copy of it? I don't have Hulk 102. And then I bought a couple of trades. I bought a couple of trades of the Avengers trades from the Siege, the Siege event. One's Avengers Initiative, and one's Avengers, some Dark Avengers. Yeah. As I flipped through them, I remember my Siege readings were pretty incomplete, so some of that stuff looked unfamiliar. And they were cheap. Those were $3 each. And I bought an Adam Strange trade called Dead Presidents.
Yeah.
What's it called? Phantom Planet? What?
Planet Heist.
Planet Heist.
Dead Presidents.
And that was $4, and I was hemming and hawing over whether to get it. But if it isn't worth $4, I'll eat a hole in my shoe.
I picked up a couple 100-pagers. I think Detective and Action or Superman. They're $5. You get a lot of reading.
Did you find those in the Time Bomb?
No, those are. I didn't get anything out of Time Bomb.
Yeah.
This was out of the.
How much did you spend at the Wax Museum there?
About $25.
Yeah, right on.
Because then I picked up two $8 hardcovers.
It feels good to support a place like that.
Yeah. The one was Spider-Man when Black Cat to about issue 200.
Oh yeah, very cool.
Return of the Burglar.
The Return of the Burglar, which just stunned me.
Yeah.
When Spider-Man unmasked himself to the burglar, I just fell out of my chair when I was a kid reading that.
And that one, the second issue with Black Cat. First of all, he thinks Black Cat died, and then he's got all his friends mad at him because the way he dealt with Betty Brant was kind of an asshole. She not only left, but kind of left Need, and all the friends left, and after having just a thoroughly bad day.
She left her husband and wanted to move in with Peter. He was like, well, I have to be mean to her to get her to go back to her husband.
Get off me, witch!
And then he gets home to find out
Son of
a
a
note
witch.
from the rest home that his ma died, or Aunt May died.
Yeah.
So, and having read that as a kid, holy guacamole, I couldn't think for a month. That just really hit me hard.
He failed all his classes.
It was terrible.
That was Black Cat's story was what, 194 and 195 of the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I have a hardcover trade of that from the library. You know how the library would have. I don't know. Did they get special covers, or how do they do that?
No, they would just they'd send it to a binder.
Okay, I guess
that would
special covers. Maybe you'd be interested in a taco.
And selling Toyotas.
Yeah, we're gonna need to eat something soon because all I've had is a wax donut.
It's an Amazing Spider-Man discard from the library. So I picked it up for $1 or something, and then I had it in the car when we were at the con. So I had Keith Pollard sign it. And when he was at the show, they were like, "What's up with this? You're signing your library books?"
Okay, Mr. Strode, what'd you get?
I only got one thing, and that is a Rev 105 survival kit. Rev 105's a
local radio
station that Joe and I have talked about on the show before.
Oh.
They were kind of the indie alternative music station in the 90s. And this has a bumper sticker, a keychain, and a cord that you can use to connect from your phone to your stereo. Because they had such bad reception, you could actually call in.
Oh, that guy's a bit of a cunt.
A phone cord?
Yeah. You could actually call in and listen to the station through your... I don't know how they did that, but they did it. And
how much was that?
$4.
All right.
But I told the guy who was there, Rev 105 is the radio station that cost me the most money of any radio
You don't mean
station
Rock
ever.
105?
Nope. Rev 105.
Now it's Love.
No, that was when I listened.
Now it's Love 105.
That was when I listened to it for 3 months. Oh yeah, Love 105 is great. That's where all the good music went.
Yeah.
Got people here who are afraid to take left turns, apparently.
Yeah, we're in the city. I'm afraid to do anything.
You live in the city.
Yeah, I don't go any closer to it than 100 feet out of my backyard.
That's why you built the fence.
I hate.
So,
Yeah,
the
part of it.
zone was closed, but we got it to other shops now.
Yeah, I'm really glad we went to Time Bomb.
Yeah, Time Bomb's pretty sweet.
Well, and then we got sent over to the Wax Music. What's it called? Why can't I get it? We just told what it was, and now none of us know.
Wizard Wax.
Wizard Wax. WAX Wax.
Coffee and pie.
Highly
Of
recommended.
course you'd see that.
Pie.
No pie for you.
And do they have a satellite station of it out 100 miles from the city?
Love me some pie.
There he goes, stating the obvious again.
I also had an apple pie
Oh.
on
I had a
Wednesday.
touch apple pie in my kitchen.
You had the Dutch oven.
You darn right it was. And
Look
it
at
was,
all that snow.
And it was a lemon meringue pie too that Dana brought over.
I had to work late Monday. It was only supposed to work till 7. They asked, can you work till midnight?
Gee, comes as a complete shock, Cory.
Shocked, Stroke.
And
I'm
it's
shocked.
midnight?
Did you watch the Crazies?
No.
Oh.
I can't work till midnight. I got to be at the group home at 9. I got to leave for there at 9.
Huh?
But wow, that's awful late. Well, we really need you to cover the phones until that. We're going to leave them open. We're not going to tell people we're leaving them open because the computer system went down over the weekend. I said, okay, I'll stay till 9 if there's pie.
If there's pie.
Half hour later, DoorDash showed up with 2 pieces of pie.
And who's in charge of that?
My boss at the office job,
And where did the pie come from?
Perkins.
Wow. No problem there, right?
No.
What kind of pie was this? Did you didn't even specify.
Peach and cherry.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. I'm an apple pie preferer. You know how I prefer apple pie? But just about anything goes.
Anything goes. I like cream
I
pies.
Can you tell we haven't eaten? All of a sudden, the way that this
You
conversation
guys got to
went.
decide where to eat.
Well, the
'cause
taco truck.
wherever
obviously.
we go-
Well, yeah.
wherever, it's got to be a drive-through.
I was going to say,
because we
obviously,
can't-
nothing's open.
Yeah.
We should hit the taco truck or the Chinese
Yeah,
fried
well,
rice truck.
Indigestion, and we'll watch.
I don't know. I've never eaten at a place like that, so I don't know. We had
Sure.
donuts the last time. In fact, it would be worth going up there to get those 1,000 pounds of donuts for $5.
I don't even think they're open. They're
Nah,
doing.
they wouldn't be
they're
there
doing
now.
some type of special.
Tomorrow.
Oh, is it tomorrow?
Yep. Blue
Talking
Sun
about the-
Soda tomorrow.
Yeah, Blue Sun Soda.
Because it's
Is
her
that
5th
Fridley
anniversary.
or
What's that, Joe?
The soda shop, is that in Fridley or there along County Road 10?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what part of the city that is specifically. You could say Fridley, and from here, that would be somewhat accurate.
It's up north.
You can Google it. They're on Facebook.
We do a picnic. It's only, like freezing.
Corona.
It's not. It's 37 outside.
No. Well, then we could do a picnic. Butch is wearing shorts. He'd be perfect.
Thank you, brother. Take care. That's my karma fix.
Because you did what? What evil did you do?
You name
I've
it.
done something.
You name it, he done it. He owned a comic shop.
And this is the famous McDonald's that David Watkins, our friend, never went to.
What? Never went to. I didn't see that
Even
coming.
though he lived nearby.
Yes.
Because every time he was there, they'd screw up his order.
Oh,
Said,
yeah.
I will drive
Yep.
10 miles out of my way.
A man after my own heart.
Won't mess up
I
my
love
order.
that guy.
He had the unfortunate timing of dying when Stan Lee died. So I'm sure when he got up there, he probably walked up to Stan and said, "Really? Really? I kill you 9 different ways.
I kill you 9 times.
There's 35 eater, Joel, for
Nope.
W's.
Yep.
David never stopped hustling, man.
Howdy.
No,
First guy to buy an ad on our show, by the way,
yeah,
for his, he was doing
The
one of those
Candy
snack
Man.
yeah, and I'd have to listen to Cory eat all the snacks because the
Candy
pastor
man,
never shared
candy.
any with me.
The pastor.
boxes. Yeah, you never came over.
Oh yeah, we're all invited. Okay, well, let's see. Take away the pit bulls and the poison spikes and
The moat.
the malt wasn't a problem. It was frozen brine from the pickle factory. In the middle of summer, it was frozen.
Yeah, that costs a lot of money to keep that thing frozen. But only the thin layer on top, so that people think, oh, it's solid ice. Walk out on it like they're ice fishing.
I wonder if there's any guys in the vats at the pickle factory across from your house that are going to come out of it like Seth Rogen in that movie.
Not anymore, because all the vats are gone.
Yep,
There's one in the hidden closet.
they come and take the vats.
They're gonna
Any
see-
idea what they're
They're
doing?
going to be doing hemp.
Is that what they're doing? Make
Yep.
a hemp factory out of it?
Last I heard, this is going to be hemp.
The hemp,
Boy,
you say?
I can tell you that the podcast is going to get interesting with Cory down here.
Yeah, man.
Dude.
It's Cory's lunch.
I'm out of pie. Oh God, did the wind shift?
And there's the White Castle I would never go to.
I wouldn't go to it anyway.
Well,
They got Impossible Burgers.
Yeah, I still wouldn't
And
go there.
the normal Impossible Burgers, but
All their burgers are
and
impossible.
since the planet isn't with us, I'll have to do double duty.
yeah, I'm afraid so.
Fair enough.
We have faith in you, Butch.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's in you. It's not on you. It's just
I'll show you.
I'll show you.
Show everyone. Show everybody.
I'm looking for Lindale.
How you do like that?
You would like that lots.
Don't do like that.
Must run across the street before fat gives out. Ugh. Now I can turn my lights on. He cleaned them. Yay! Ah! Too bright! Too bright!
Brr.
Hook, fish, chicken, grill.
Yeah, I have not been down here in ages. I don't think I've been over in this part of lake
On
since
purpose.
Dreamhaven moved.
Yeah. Yeah, college left the area. There's really nothing around here that. And there was a comic store for that shortest time that was down here. Did you visit it with me, Cory? They
Shortest
had,
time comics.
They had like novelty gifts
Nope.
and all sorts of other things, and they didn't last.
Short time comics. Not that.
It was actually on the block ahead of us here. I can't tell. Am I not supposed to take a left here?
No, it's only during rush hour. You can't take a look.
Okay, well,
I don't even go to the coffee shop I used to, because they said we don't want people setting up with laptops here anymore. We're catering to a different crowd. And it's like, oh, well then I'm not driving in from Chaska to hang out here and spend $30-$40 anymore.
I still would.
bear choppers.
$30-$40. How do you come up with that kind of money?
For a custom suit and shirt.
Ooh.
I'd sell a kidney.
Or
Wasn't my kidney.
oh, you might need it.
I called it a piece of pie.
Because it's like the blood donation. Found out, they really want it to be your blood.
Oh. You just bring in a handful of it.
There you go.
It's Ziploc bag.
Here you go.
No.
I want to go to that one.
Do you think turn that into a little comic store?
No.
That's not even the original location.
Why?
They had to move it.
That was didn't they sell jewelry
Lake-
there
Lind-
for a while?
Lindale
Fake.
and 33rd. It's one of the original White Castle, little
Fake.
tiny little.
Fake. Fake?
Nope,
Fake.
nope.
Fake.
Still got burgers in it.
Is that Mickey's Diner?
Fake.
Fake.
White Castles that are still in there are probably still as good.
You know who was
Yeah.
wrestling when that guy said fake?
Yeah.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Really?
Yep, I don't know who else, but
Fake.
Hacksaw hit him and he goes, fake. Oh, God, that wasn't...
Was that a Kool-Aid stand? Could've
Classic.
stopped and gotten Kool-Aid.
Yeah, that's another one where you just give him $5.
My buddy and I, we do that for college. We pass by one and, what kind of Kool-Aid you got? Oh, this is good. Give him like $10. Wow, look, I got $10.
I just give him $5 and say, no, keep the
Give them
Kool-Aid.
$10 and they give you a bag of weed.
Hey. Yeah, oh, sorry, we thought you were a different customer.
Oh, the good stuff.
Now your joke backfired on you.
I thought you were a legit Kool-Aid stand. No.
Those are
Come on, man. It's 32 degrees outside. Why would anybody set up and drink, sell Kool-Aid when it's 32 degrees?
Kool-Aid stays cool. Cool. What? What?
Huh?
Hey, what?
Bees are on the what now?
See,
Oil
now
change?
if Lisa was with us, the
Lisa.
conversation would still be going. We're just dying out.
I'm just too stupid to talk.
Never stopped you before.
Which is sad because when I listen to you guys talk in the stores, I'm like, oh, now this is the shit we need to be getting on
Well,
tape.
maybe we should have a row of books or something here that inspire us. Look at that idiot! See? The real world just makes us grump.
Oh, yeah, I was grumping earlier at that one intersection.
Well, what can you do? You know, you leave the house, you know you're going to
Well,
see
between
it.
that guy and the guy who, like, down the left lane
Yep.
into the oncoming traffic to take his left, I'm like, jeez.
See, I'm one of those people. It's a left turn. I'm going to take my time because people, they speed up.
Yeah, I
What
may
are you
not,
doing? You don't have the right of way.
I may not even take the turn. I may
See,
just
for
not need to
me,
go that way.
I always wanted to get, like, one of those 70s gas guzzlers and put, like, concrete blocks in the side with solid steel bumper. Come on, come at me. Bam! Oh. I'm sorry. You scratched my bumper.
One of the kids' friends got hit recently,
Ooh.
and the driver had not only didn't have insurance, also didn't have a license.
Oh,
Yep.
those are always good.
Welcome to the world where everything's legal.
Well, when I first moved here, I didn't know you have to have auto insurance because this was in the 80s in Illinois. It's like, who cares?
Yeah.
So
that had
garbage truck
just
plows
started
into
here.
my car, totals it.
Yeah.
And first thing.
Well, you were in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
First thing. Well, you don't have insurance, so you're getting the ticket.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. No, yep.
I was sitting here.
You're
and
not
the
supposed to
truck
be on the
turned into
road.
me.
But you didn't know you were supposed to have insurance?
Nope, I don't live in Minnesota for like a month and a half.
Yeah, it was a new thing at that point, too. We didn't, before
Well,
that.
they gave you a 30-day grace, but, you know, who the hell tells you, hey, welcome to Minnesota. Here's all the laws you know.
Yeah.
You know,
Bunch of savages.
damn straight. I was kind of like when I was driving with my
Don't know
dad.
why I stayed here.
And he was pulling a car. The car was in neutral and went down an icy hill. And when he hit the brakes, the car went one way. He ends up spinning into a ditch. A pickup coming towards him went into the same ditch, ended up hitting this guy's fence to avoid my dad. My dad was fine. He had to get towed out. The guy in the pickup was fine. The guy in the pickup gets a ticket because he hit the guy's fence. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you got to do something.
That's like totally accident. My dad's like, don't say nothing. I'm like, oh, this is bullshit.
Don't say nothing.
But we all learned from early Batman comics, laws have nothing to do with justice. So if I had had my cowl and cape,
Joe becomes traffic man.
I actually learned that from the Injustice comic.
So have you ever shopped at Collector Connection up in Duluth?
I don't shop.
I don't know. You go to Duluth?
I
actually got there.
That's another thing. When I go someplace, I go with the family. So no, I don't get to stop and do anything.
See, when we went up north, I always try to go to these shops, but for some reason they're all closed on Sunday. Well, I ran into the guy who owns it. His name's Aaron.
Ran into?
Yeah, he was at the shop.
We were talking about cars, and Joe told
He
me
came
this.
out to, it all ties together, just like you were talking Partridge Family. What's the comic I find? Partridge Family. But do you buy it? No. Man.
No, I wasn't.
Great.
Because I want a Partridge Family 2020.
I don't like the art.
So I talked with him. I said, I used to come up here for comic shows in the 80s. He's owned that shop for 38 years. The only other people I know that have had shops like that, other than like Greg Ketter, and he's had multiple shops in different locations, Tim and Dave at Granite City. And same shop, same location.
When we went down to Rochester, that guy said he'd been there forever.
Yeah, he'd been there a long time. So it was kind of neat talking with him. Just talking memories. I told him about buying hot comics and selling it. And, he's looking to expand. His DVDs are dying.
So just to be clear, he wasn't open, but he was there?
No, he was open.
Oh, I thought
But usually when he's not, and I said, I just remember you're always closed on Sunday when I come through. That's because you're a football guy, right? He just kind of, you could tell he was smiling under the mask. Yeah. So it was kind of fun just to catch up with someone I hadn't seen in a while. And I didn't know if he remembered me from anybody. Oh, yeah, I remember you. Get out. By the way, you owe me for the table you never bought.
Get out of here.
But yeah, he hasn't run comic shows since 2000. Business is good, though. He gave me a previews. That's where I got my previews from.
Oh.
So I was able to at least look through it.
So is DC not in previews now? Is that
Nope.
the result of what
which is weird. Their toys and their statues are.
That's because they still use Diamond to distribute the toys and statues, but not the comics.
So that's really still a thing, huh?
Oh, yeah.
So when I go to look at DC, I look on Discount Comic Book Services site and just go through, see if there's anything I want. I ordered one comic last month because they're doing this Future Time, which was supposed to lead into another event, but then when they fired Diodato, it's not leading into anything.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, it may be good. Then again, I bought all the concurrents. DC. Bought all the countdown. DC.
Oh, man. Countdown made me
152.
mad.
Yeah, I buy all these things. I bought into Rebirth. I bought into New 52. And now you're like, oh, here's this future bullshit that's not doing anything. Yeah, Mark Waid, I'm sorry. You got my money for all the other shit. I'm not, again, if I hear a lot of reports that it's one of the best things people have seen in a long time, I'll buy the trade. But no, I'm not spending my money on it. So last month I got one book, and Cory and I were talking earlier. Their trades suck. They got nothing. It's like they all decided, we're not going to publish trades either.
Stupids.
Littendale.
Bunch of stupids.
So I got to save money to buy Rogue when we get to that video store.
I figure.
The movie, a crocodile movie called Rogue. Call in if you've seen Rogue.
Operators are standing by.
Or don't.
We'll be right back.
Sorry, buddy. I gave my money to somebody, and he cleaned.
There's a kid.
He cleaned my wipers. What are you gonna do for me?
Well, you cleaned your headlights.
We give this kid some comics.
Oh, I wish I had some comics to give him. Here, kid.
Why do
Read
we
some
not?
Comics.
Why do we not have? Yeah.
Give him some cigarettes.
Son of same thing. Yeah. Sorry, kid. You're
There you go.
You're gonna get hooked on something else.
And then you wonder, are these really hard up people, or is this what they do for their living?
I have always been told by my wife that I dress much more in a disheveled manner than they do, and I have to be out there. And when the kid was little, that I should be out there with her making some real money.
You know, they did a thing in City Pages a while back, which isn't published anymore, about talking to these people. This is what they do. You know, they make 100, 200 a day. They all stake out their same corner. I do respect
And
this
it's
one
tax-free.
guy that I see, because he's out there regardless of the temperature. Sub-zero, rain, he's always there. But then the other people, they were there. They're only there like on sunny, warm days.
On their phone.
One day I came by and I gave the guy some water. I said, hey, I ain't got nothing but water. Gave him the water. He down the whole thing. Yeah, usually I have a couple bucks ready to go. But I gave him at the last guy.
But yeah, it can't be at every stop, you know?
No, you got
Yep, my comics got delivered.
Although I'd rather give them to this kid. Hey, kid, how much money you need?
Here, kid, have some comic books.
We'll be back.
So if I time it
I
right.
should give him my... I'm gonna give that kid,
Watch
I'm gonna
myself
give that kid
with
my
a
Hulk.
rag on a stick.
I wonder if that kid's read that Siege book yet. The Avengers Initiative.
So that's what my wife and I watched. We watched the WKRP
Your
Thanksgiving episode
wife.
where it wasn't your wife. The one where Carlson does the turkey promotion.
No, yeah, I'm not familiar enough with that show, but I'd watch the whole series in a heartbeat.
And then we watched
The
Hugleys.
turkeys
Did
are
you watch-
hitting the ground like bags of wet cement.
Did you watch the Hugleys? The Hugleys Thanksgiving episode?
we watched
I like that one.
oh shit, did we miss Comic College?
Bring my paprika. Did we just drive by it?
I don't think so, because
Mystery School.
no, this is
No, that's the name of a place.
this is
over there.
this
The
is
Mystery School.
this is 94, I think. If it's 35, we did drive by it.
I believe it's 62.
Yeah,
Then
it
we
looks
did,
like
we
62.
did drive by it. Or no, it's we drove by it.
How could we? We were in such engaged
How
in such
could you,
rapturous conversation.
Well, do we want to go back or do we want to?
I want to go back.
All right.
Cory wants
Joe's
to
gonna
go
whip a shitty.
back. Cory strode in back to school. You want to go back to college,
It's
right?
on. They're on Lindale, right? Or are they on Nicollet?
I don't remember.
God, he's useless. I'm telling you, he's got a fucking phone that can look up anything
going
he
to.
wants in the universe.
Now I'm going to.
Welcome to
You
Richfield,
didn't tell me to look it up before.
the urban hometown.
They're on Nicollet.
College of Comic Book Knowledge.
Nicollet.
Comic Book College. Here you go.
Give that kid some Nicorettes.
4632 Nicollet Avenue.
Nicollet. So we did pass it. We're just on the wrong street. We are going to go past Hot Comics, so
Bong,
Can't take Joe anywhere.
go.
take me anywhere. Just can't get there on time.
Bongo, bongo.
Screw it.
Bongo
I'm going to
Fury.
the gym.
Yeah.
Going to the gym?
Yeah, good luck. It'd be the best workout you never had.
I have never bought a membership to LA Fitness, but I have one.
Would you find it on the ground?
No, I joined U.S. Swim and Fitness, which then became Valley's Total Fitness.
Yes. I've
which then
often
became
wondered.
LA Fitness.
I've often wondered where my U.S. Swim and Fitness membership would have taken me by
right
now.
there.
Well, you and I talked
So what do
about going to one.
I
It was
still
up
pay
by,
$11 a month.
It was up by Rice and 36.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about,
Yeah.
this LA Fitness, it's open 24/7. I could close the comic shop. We could go out.
Yeah, I don't remember what our plan was, but it was
And then
something like that.
they closed. They changed their hours.
Apparently it was
Yeah,
24/7.
I still remember when they went from 24 hours to just, what was it, like 6 to 10?
So there's virtual personal training at that place.
Yeah, I kind of killed our
Well,
plan.
how much are you paying, Cory?
11. Same as I was paying in 1989.
Yeah, right. Because I joined it was $100 a year, and my buddy got in at $50 a year because he got a half price membership a
Yeah.
year
Yeah.
for life. That's what they said.
Yeah, we still
They didn't
got-
think people would stay on.
Yeah, no, I didn't. You know, I couldn't afford $100 a year. That's what a success I am.
We still got a Planet Fitness, but Chris doesn't want to go. She's torn between going nuts because she's working from home and she's at home
Yeah.
versus going out.
Oh, not wanting to go out?
Yeah, because she has had COVID and she doesn't want that again.
My goodness.
And I don't really. I mean, I don't mind doing takeout, but I'm kind of like, you know what? I don't really have I don't want to go out.
I'll get stuff delivered.
Meanwhile, we're comic shop hopping.
We've done that too, and the kids will do it. They'll, I buy you fly deal, and they're big on DoorDash. Although I've heard more bullshit about DoorDash than I care to.
I hear a lot of people talking about stir craziness and not being able to go out and stuff, and I'm like, oh, people who actually go out?
Yeah.
In my job, I go to the fucking airport.
I never leave the house.
I do feel bad for the clients at the group home because they don't get to go anywhere.
If
They don't get to see their family.
If they can understand what's going on.
The people next door to me,
Most
Cory,
of them do.
next door to me, they haven't even taken them outside since March. Out in the yard, and I'm sure it's a rule, but as far as common sense goes, it serves no purpose.
Well, they might be like the clients at my group home. They don't want to go outside. It's like, hey, let's go outside and, we'll have lunch outside. No. There's one client who, we had breakfast outside one morning. She cried because everybody else was, okay, it's nice out, we'll have breakfast outside. She didn't want to go outside, so she sat at the counter and said, you don't have to go outside. We set her up on it's one of those kitchen counters with the chairs and everything.
Yeah.
And she's happy just to sit there, and we were out, it was spring, and it was beautiful. No.
Huh.
I think she would live the rest of her life not going outside if it was allowed.
Yeah, some people's is like that.
Look at those teenagers.
I spend as much time outside as I can.
Up, there's our burger place.
Is that where we're going?
No, because you'd have to sit and wait.
It's closed. They're open 5 to 10.
Plus, it's dangerous. Look at what happened to that truck next door.
I don't like the look of that truck next door.
I don't like the look of them teenagers.
God, look at that fire hydrant. That is just pure evil.
Paddy Wagon, we've been there a few times. I usually go there with Tommy. And their veggie burgers are really good.
So people, again, actually go out and do stuff.
Well, not in a long time. We're going out and doing stuff.
Yes.
Hey, look, I can get a car wash. Sometimes I'd hate to think I waste the $2 windshield
I don't know.
headlights cleaning.
Car washes are the best place in the world as a teenager if you want to work somewhere where you can get drugs easy. I learned that working at group homes.
Good advice next time around.
Because all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, all teenagers that we have here, they want to work at the car wash. Then all of a sudden the car wash gets busted because they were running marijuana. Now we know why they were wanting to work there.
Wonderful.
Bear choppers.
Terrible people.
Terrible.
Terrible. We literally drove by Hot Comics and didn't go there.
Nope. I wouldn't mind going to the Hot Comics up in New Hope just because they changed locations.
Why do we not go to this one down here?
I'm not impressed by them.
Don't have what we're looking for?
Well, their back issues are overpriced.
There you go. And they didn't have that Kazar I was looking for.
No.
That'll teach you.
So screw them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bastards.
If they were in my neighborhood, I'd be more than happy to stop in there all the time.
Yeah.
I used to like to go to Hot Comics when they were in my neighborhood. What happened to that one?
The owner was a Putz.
Putz.
He was okay. He ended up selling back to a Putz.
You would like him.
Who put it out of business.
You would like that guy.
Here, let me write something on this scroll and
Hot
make
Comics.
I hear he used to yell at people if they put books back on the shelf.
Yep.
Lose his shit over.
Sure thing, pal.
And didn't he beat up Art Adams?
That was the legend.
He did. Because over at Admiral Akbar,
yeah, somebody destroyed an Admiral Akbar
incident.
And he just went after Art Adams for it for some reason.
Then he beat Art Adams.
Coming for you.
Yeah, when you guys did that mini comic with
Yes.
Art Adams in it, I think he may finish the book he was working on when.
Oh,
for that
yeah.
Within the next 2 to 3 years.
Now I
Yep.
got this. I'll throw it away where nobody can. None of my legions of fans can see it.
And luckily, none of the big comic guys actually read comics, so they would never know that we were making fun of them. Actually, Eric Larson was in some. I mean, not Eric Larson. Why would I say that? But a guy called Eric, son of Lar,
Savage.
was in one, and
wasn't there a
doing his
legend?
book I Savage.
And wasn't there also a legend?
No, not Legend. Legend. Yeah. How could you get those two mixed up? They didn't even look alike.
This conversation's dragging.
Anyway, I gave some to Eric at Eric Larson. I don't know why he would be interested, but I thought he might like our comic. I gave that to him in Chicago, and I'm like, you're in it. And he's like, do I get any chicks?
Oh, that's good.
What a genius.
I said, dude, if I'd have thought of that. Put him on the back cover. He's like,
Oh, he's always getting
he's
chicks.
wearing like a chicken outfit, advertising a chicken, and little chickens beep beep beep. I'll get you next time, Butch.
Brilliant.
He's holding a phone, looking mad. No Bill Lamar here.
Well, I keep trying. It happens to me all the time. It happens to everyone.
If only we could draw. Why is it the guys who have the ideas just can't draw or shit?
Well, yeah, we so many brilliant ideas that we
So many
can't
ideas,
do
so
both.
little talent.
Yep. People are just lining up to read those books.
I sold more of those than anything else.
Butch made 3 cents on each one.
Never made a dime. No one did, by the way.
Wasted
Maybe
on
Joe
that.
did.
Joe made money.
Yeah.
Sold
And rightfully so.
I sold them.
Yeah.
Butch made 3 cents on each one. Wasted all that money on a soda.
Well, I mean, think about it. I had the time of my life laughing and scripting it with Jess. Jess did all the real work. He did all the drawing and half the writing and all the printing and everything. Yeah. I guess we did some of the folding and stapling.
I got them wounds to prove it.
Awesome. No, it's not this. No, this isn't the place we passed.
Nope. Just for that, you're getting on the bushes.
The bunkhouse bushes.
Bunkhouse bushes.
Yay.
Bunkhouse Butch.
Well,
there you go. There's the first part of the episode.
Cool.
I don't know. I might get 2 or 3 depending because boy, I brought the recorder and I plugged it in and it's like, oh man, look, there's like 20 different times where we hit record. Some of them are only like a minute or two because it's like we, went somewhere and it got right out. But other times, trying to find Comic Book College took us 40 minutes to get from Time Bomb to Comic Book College.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know. We regret the error.
And because it's the holidays, we're not doing ads. Instead, we're highlighting charities like this one. During the holiday season, we here at Crazy Comics and Stories and the other podcasts in the Solitaire Rose Radio Network turn our ad space over to charities. And the first charity we're going to be highlighting is the Hero Initiative. It's at heroinitiative.org. It helps comic creators in need. The Hero Initiative creates a financial safety net for comic creators who may need emergency medical aid, financial support for the essentials of life, and an avenue back to paying work. Since its inception, the Hero Initiative has been fortunate enough to benefit creators with more than $1 million worth of much-needed aid, fueled by your contributions. It's a chance for all of us to give back something to people who've given us so much enjoyment. You can donate. You can go to Humble Bundle, and there's usually a bundle there that you can purchase and give part of those proceeds. There's an eBay site where you can purchase art and books that have been donated, and there are other initiatives that you can get out on heroinitiative.org. That's heroinitiative.org, one of the charities we will be highlighting this holiday season.
Cool.
And Joe, because his voice is shot or his breathing is shot or I don't know. Maybe he's just old and tired.
Yeah.
Joe, just tell him what your eBay site is.
Crazy, Krayz. I've been doing it since 1998, which is always amazing because I always got somebody, challenging me. I don't believe this was near mint. Well, return it. I'm really good at returns. I'm on 100%. I don't know if this is because I worked at Sears or not, but if you're not satisfied with something you buy, especially on eBay, bring it back. It's tough enough buying online, But then again, there's also you have to wonder because every so often I get people that just they're just accosting me after 5,781 positive feedbacks. I've gone rogue just to mess with your order.
Just to screw with you.
Yeah. No, I even had some sales over the weekend. A guy bought something and then oh, I didn't want this. It gives me some BS reason. I don't care. You have the ability to cancel the order before I ship it. And if I do ship it, you can turn around and send it back. So I just trying to make it easy because I'm crazy. Krayz. Come get some.
And as we say every week, the comic we like the least, we still like better than the comic that you like the most. Joe?
I ain't dancing or singing. Cory, play some music.